Ladies and gentlemen, Jeff Civillico.
Like we always do with some balancing. Now, the bigger the object I balance, the bigger the applause, all right? Let's start off with something that you guys have out there. I do a lot of improv in my show. Baseball cap, do you mind? Toss it up, toss it up. I'll toss it right back. Toss it right up, perfect. Nailed it. Okay. Yeah. You brought some friends with you, all right. Here we go. That used to be blue. All right, light golf clap for this first one, guys. This is object number 1. Don't be shy. Yeah. Oh, yes. Hard. Hey, thank you very much. Heads up, coming at you. All right, yes. Nice catch. Give it up for that guy. Thank you very much, dude. Appreciate it. That was object number 1. What comes after number 1? Number 2. Delayed reaction there. For you. There it is. Number 2. A little bit louder. Number 2. Yeah. Beautiful. Let's go back out to you guys for object number 3. How about your chair, sir? Do you mind? Bounce your chair on my. That'd be cool, right? Bounce this guy's chair on my chin. Yes? Yes. Whoa. Throwing it at me. Yeah, right there. Perfect. Right there, sir. That's a partial. Here we go. Object. Yeah. Let's do it again with this guy sitting in the chair. Blow up. Okay. Not into that. Object number 4. It's getting good. That's right. It's getting good. Here we go. Object number 4. Yes. Oh, yes. Ah, thank you very much, Stewie. And one last object to balance. Got really quiet here all of a sudden, by the way. Yeah! God, the light is reflecting off of your head, sir. It's like the Luxor coming. Oh, come on! Oh. That's funny. You guys got the lucky seats right there. Okay. Just kidding. Oh my God, you're pregnant. That wasn't funny. Sorry. Good door. Sorry. You okay? All right. Sorry. Okay, we got through it. Yeah. Mother and baby are fine. Okay.
We were visiting Harvard for Gene, his older brother, and they had a number of jugglers down there, and he was just fascinated with it. One in particular, Peter Panic, he loved watching him perform.
Happy 4th of July, huh?
Peter Panic changed my life. I can still feel it, like the rush of the crowd, the applause. Even as a little kid, I just remember thinking like, this is awesome. I want more of this. My parents bought me the book, Juggling for the Complete Klutz. Came with bean bags. I became obsessed. I started doing shows in my kitchen for my grandmother. Eventually, I graduated from the kitchen to the deck. That was my first stage. That floodlight was my first spotlight. A lot of kids learn how to ride a bicycle from their dad. I learned how to ride a unicycle from my dad. We went over to the school gym to figure it out. I mean, he didn't have the first clue. He's a dentist, but it was important to me, so it was important to him.
For every birthday and every Christmas, he wanted different juggling props.
And at one point, he said, I bought 3 rubber chickens to juggle. And I thought, oh, he must be serious about this. Like, who buys 3 rubber chickens? One of the props he decided to try was juggling fireballs. Francine wasn't that keen on it, and he got them and he set them up and he wanted to practice, so we said, well, you have to do it outside. So he went out on the deck, and I was kind of watching because Francine would not watch, and I hear him go, ouch, ouch, ouch. ouch, ouch. He wasn't juggling them fast enough and he was burning his hands. So he had this great idea. He went in and got our pot holders for the oven mitts, and he put those on and he started juggling. But then pretty soon the mitts caught on fire. So he's out there juggling these fireballs and his hands are on fire. So he says, and he throws them on the deck, which was at that time was a wood deck. And I'm thinking, I don't think this is going to end well because now our deck might catch on fire. So I said, you know what? That's the end of that.
Well, I could smell the potholders burning from upstairs, so I came flying down, but it was enough with the potholders, right?
So we still have those burnt potholders, actually.
So you never know what you're going to get into with Jeff.
There was always an adventure like that.
Been a very good boy this year. So. Amazing. The real deal. Can I tickle it? Do you mind? Yeah, it's amazing. Stand up, sir. They need to see you in the back. Look at this. Look at it. Wow, thank you, sir. Raise your hand if you've never seen me perform. Actually, raise your hand. Keep them all the way up. Good, all the way up. Raise your hand, all the way up. Good, straight arm. Good. Keep them all the way up. Good, straight. Good. Don't break eye contact with me. I need 2 volunteers for this first part of the show. I need 2 big, strong guys to help me out. You're being voluntold. Do you mind, sir? He doesn't mind. This is great. Come on, just jump on up here, sir. Just jump on up. This is gonna be great. Woo! Just jump up. Just take the stairs. How you doing, sir? What's your name? Justin. We got Justin from
Vegas.
Vegas. Nobody cares, guys. She didn't even clap. She's too busy filming. Okay, and you are Eric from
Las Vegas.
Oh, Las Vegas. A little different there. I like that. Very excited about this next part of the show. Fellas, have you ever seen one of these before? These are a lot of fun. Thank you very much, Stewie. You ever seen one of these before? Yeah, who wants to jump on first? Not gonna happen. Guys, I'm gonna jump up there. I do need a hand from you, if that's all right. Justin, let's get... No, not a hand. Don't be funnier than me. I don't like it. Right foot in front of the tire, sir. You mind? Right foot behind the tire there, sir. Yeah, let's get both hands up on the spoke if you don't mind, guys. Both hands and like both hands there. A really big step back with the outside. Wow, jeepers. Fuck, my pants were tight. Okay. To the jiggings. You said great cheeks? This lady's sitting here munching on Fritos going, great cheeks. You are at the wrong show, lady. That's fantastic. She likes her cheeks. Okay. Is that what you said? Oh, seats. Because you can see the cheeks. It's the same joke, right? Okay. I said sneaks, like sneak. No. All right, let's just move on. Guys, very important not to move the feet or the hands. That's the main thing. Don't move the feet or the hands. I'm going to jump up there. Let's lean this forward a little bit. What is happening here? These curls. Okay. All right, let's do a big count of 3 from the crowd if we can. All together. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Good, guys. Good. Don't move the hands or the feet. Perfect. Good. Good. I don't want this to get awkward. Good. How we doing back there? We good? Good. How you doing back there? Justin, you good? Are you laughing or crying, sir? All right. This is easier if you don't find it, sir. All right. I'm gonna swing the left leg. You gotta keep that foot in front of the tire, sir. The foot. There you go. Eric, behind the tire. There, Eric. Good. Good. Oh, it's amazing. After the show, we're gonna talk products. That's right. Ready? Take your right hand off. Eric, the right hand. I'm gonna swing the left leg around. Good. Justin, how we doing? We still good? Justin, we good? All right, good. Everybody calm down. Just relax. All right, take that hand off. Everybody good? Okay, it'll be over soon, sir. It's like a bad dream. Okay, Eric, raise the roof. Eric, can you raise the roof? Eric, my butt's the roof. Can you give a little boost? Eric, yeah, 2 hands. Eric, less cupping. More pushing. Good. You got okay. Get the foot, Eric, the foot behind the tire. Eric, okay. How we doing, Justin? You all right? All right, let's. Yeah, you guys are killing me now. All right, let's get the left foot on the left pedal there, guys. There we go. Okay, good. We're getting there. You move that hand. Good. Move your hand, Justin. You have not either your foot in front of or behind the tire, Justin. Okay, so this has to go up in here. All right, Justin, push this up in here. There you go. Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah. Get your foot in front of the tire. Lean it forward. There we go. We're good. Okay. We gotta move that hand. Okay, guys. Wow. Okay. All right. Okay, let's go. Okay. All right, we gotta straighten out the seat here, guys. Yeah. All right, guys, give him a big round of applause. That guy. Okay, we good? Okay, how can I stay mad at you? Okay. Justin, give me a hand here, okay? Guys, go on, keep it going for it. They were great. Wow, come on, yay! Woo! Oh, God, fist pump. Blow it up. Make it rain. Jellyfish. Awkward turtle. Awkward interracial turtle. Let's move on. Justin, can you grab the bag of marshmallows? Good. Don't leave me here. Take out one for yourself and give one to Chia. Forgot your real name. I'm gonna call you Chia. Okay. Let's see. Pack it up a little bit, guys. Okay, you got them? Okay. We good, Eric? Yeah. Okay. He hates me so much. You got the good side. All right, face the ground. On the count of 3, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Justin and Eric will each throw their marshmallows high up into the air and catch them in their mouths. Game time. You got this. Here we go, guys. Focus. 1, 2, 3. Go, Justin. Oh! 5, 4. Get it quick. 3, 2. So good. Here we go. 5 seconds. Go. Yeah, you good. Oh! No, that's disgusting. Put it back in the bag. I'll use it tomorrow night. Like I did last night. Guys, give it up for Justin. He nailed it. Well done, Justin. You know what? Give me the bag if you don't mind, Justin. Chia, right here, me and you. We're gonna give you a chance to redeem yourself right here. You and me. You know what I'm saying? Back it up. Like overhand. Yeah, back up. One more big step, and you can own the pair. Let's split it. Right here. Count of 3. What was that? No, count of 3. We just had this talk. Count of 3. No, count of 3. What are you doing? Oh my God, it's beating that lady. You all right? That's hilarious. I'm gonna back this up to make it a little more impressive. Okay. Overhand. Yeah. We like that. You like those cheeks, lady? Yeah. And your Fritos. All right. Overhand. Right here. Count of 3. Justin, open up your mouth in case I miss. He's taking this very seriously. Who's that lady? You can work it. Chia, get them on count together. Chia, work the crowd. Here we go. Work the crowd. 1, 2, 3. Nailed it. Heads up. That was really in there, sir. You guys are in the poncho zone right there. Alright, happening again. Take out one more. Justin, see the knives? You're gonna impale the marshmallow on the tip of the machete. I would not throw it, sir. I would walk it over there. Impale. Just the tip. Let me get all these. This is the big finish. Chia, open up your mouth. Here we go, Justin. Dude, I'm kidding. I just beat again. Hand me that. See that? Justin had crazy eyes. It's like, Chia, put the marshmallows down. Sure, the floor is fine. Table would have been nice. 2 of the razor sharp plastic juggling clubs. Yeah, take your time. The razor sharp plastic, perfect. Toss them up. Watch the moneymaker. You like that? You know, just hand me. Okay, fine. Back in your spot, Chia. Good game. I would now attempt to eat the marshmallow off the knife. What? You heard me. Wait for it, Justin. Chia. Wait for it. Gotta give it up for these guys. It's Justin. Well done, fellas. Well done. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you very much. I'll use that hand. Thank you. Yeah, good call. Thank you very much, Chia. Guys, give it a big round of applause for it. Fantastic! Keep going for Stewie. Thank you very much, Stewie. Look at that, hugging it out. Hugs like they've been through a traumatic experience. People all hurt you again. Guys, come on, they were fantastic. Come on, let's go.
Gene, John, Jeff. I am the youngest of 3 brothers, and I have always been a little different. I think it was my great uncle Bob who once said, "The Civillico brothers, what are you boys up to?" John said, "I'm a dentist. I recently graduated from Penn Dental School." Gene said, "I'm a neurobiologist. I recently got my PhD from Harvard." And I said, "I should have gone first." I was a happy kid with a lot of energy, just looking for something to make me stand out. I tried a lot of school activities, sports, arts. I played in the pep band, but a lot of kids played in the pep band. I sang in the choir, but a lot of kids sang in the choir. I did theater, but a lot of kids did theater. But no other kid knew anything about juggling. It was my thing. I became Jeff the Juggler, and I loved it. In retrospect, it makes sense why juggling stuck. Because if you think about it, it's really like a perfect combination of sport and art. It's active, it's great exercise, you get to practice a lot, develop coordination, but then as soon as you start showing people you're juggling, you are now performing. You are an artist. And you learn very quickly that the patterns and tricks themselves, they are not enough. People want to be entertained. They want to be challenged. They want to be taken on a journey. By now, I was getting juggling knives for my birthday. I was juggling fire. I thought I was so cool. Every teenager has a rebellious itch, and juggling and performing allowed me to scratch it. I mean, such a rebel. Pretty soon I started teaching my high school buddies. It just seemed like the natural thing to do.
Welcome to the show, everybody. Thanks a lot. Thank you. I'm Jeff Civillico, president and founder of the St. Joe's Prep Juggling Club.
He wanted to teach people how to juggle, and started a juggling club. There were like 5 or 6, and pretty soon there were like 10 or 12 guys that really liked to juggle.
I started finding performance opportunities for us. We did free shows for children's charities, for libraries, senior care facilities. I don't want to brag, but in 1999, we were the hottest act on the Philadelphia nursing home market.
I know some teachers actually said to us that they really thought that was wonderful that he shared his talent like that he could have been the popular kid with this unique talent, and that he would have been the focus, but instead he taught other people how to do it and brought them out into the community. He really shared it, which was wonderful.
This is like juggling 101, folks. This is 3 balls behind the back with a spin. Just the basics. That's all right. I wouldn't clap for that first one either, folks. Wait for the good stuff. Nothing. That's all right. I was begging for it. Trying to get there. Oh, yes. Thank you very much. Next one here is called cheating. We'll wait till everyone gets it before moving on. Should I kick it up a notch? Can you guys handle it? Yeah? A little yo-yo! Oh, yeah! The leap of death. You guys are a nice audience tonight. You're laughing even at the bad jokes for the kids. Kids, where are you? We got some kids here, right, kids? Kids? Small people, yeah? Make some noise, kids. Yeah? All right, let's kick it up a notch. Give you guys some of the Vegas stuff, the flashy stuff, the stuff you guys don't really care about. Let's go back to these. Yeah. You guys love these. I'm like a wizard. Okay, folks, with juggling, it's extremely difficult to know when to applaud. Apparently. So I'm going to make it nice and easy. You know when to applaud with some cheesy Zoolander dunks. One. Oh, blue steel? Oh, what's a blue steel? Sounds like off balance, constipated, but it's 3 balls in the air at the same time. A little bit of this. Ho! A little bit of that. All right, let's get bored. Let's get right to the good stuff. 5 balls in the air at once. Thank you very much. 5 balls. All right, let's start with 3. Build up to 4. Wait for it. 5 balls in the air at the same time. Yes! Oh! Thank you very much. Give me a nice big ooh! can't do that to me. I've got like really bad ADD, if you couldn't tell. I'm like, squirrel. Okay, last summer, true story, guys, went to the International Juggling Competition right here in Las Vegas. Very proud of this. Competed in the 5-ball endurance contest. I won first place, folks. Thank you very much. Very kind. Kept these balls going for 9 hours. 9 hours, 47 minutes and 36 seconds. Exactly. Oh my God. Gonna try to beat that record here tonight. It's my last show. Let me try. Come on. Come on. You never know. I do it. Somebody call again. This is the only show where the audience is into that. All right. Let's move it along. Look at that.
Jeff's show had great staying power just because how much he engaged with fans. And it wasn't just at the show itself, but also just offline as well. And I think that's really been a key part of this. He really honors his fans, he makes them feel part of the show, and he's always really keeping them up to date on all of the things that he's doing outside of the stage too. So it's a tremendous amount of work to put on a nightly show on the Strip, and Jeff did it all. Not only performing in it, but promoting it, media strategy. He puts his heart and soul into that show, and I think in large part, this is what made it successful.
I signed on to 4-wall my show. Being the performer, that was the easy part. When you're 4-walling, you're the producer. You're doing everything, branding, sales, marketing, ticketing, tech, merch, and you're on the hook for everything. It is your name on the contract. I thought, how hard could it be? Very hard. I realized very quickly that I was in over my head. I had no investors. I was hemorrhaging my own money every week, just trying to get the word out about this show. Credit cards maxed out, checks bouncing. I was living in my dressing room, eating at the employee cafeteria. It was a bad time in my life. I was able to keep things afloat temporarily, but I could see everything crumbling slowly. More money was going out than was coming in. Like the model was broken, and I knew I was running out of runway fast. I needed people to know who I was and buy tickets to the show. So I did everything I possibly could to get people to notice me. Appearing on local TV as much as I could. Getting interviewed on Vegas podcasts. Welcome! Hosting local charity and community events. I became the ambassador for the Las Vegas Natural History Museum. I remember doing the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge in front of a live audience. I would run contests and give away free trips to Vegas live on stage at the show.
We are live in Las Vegas.
I would visit local schools to perform and read to the kids, hoping they'd go home and say, we gotta go see this guy's show. Wow. I would tap the keg at Hofbrauhaus right off the Strip every Oktoberfest. I even managed to wiggle my way into one of the TSA videos that plays at the airport when you're waiting in line at security. Liquids, gels, and aerosols. My starring role. I convinced a restaurant at the Forum Shops to name a burger after me. I even created my own water label so I could hand out water with my face on it, up and down the Strip. Anything I could do to generate buzz, to get people talking and posting on social media about the show. I created my own PR stunts. I rappelled down Planet Hollywood while juggling for Special Olympics Nevada. I called it Repuggling and made a video of the whole thing. It was completely ridiculous. I rode my unicycle from the Vegas Vic sign downtown to the Welcome to Las Vegas sign, 7 miles without stopping, in nothing but a cape and a pair of booty shorts that said Juggle Boy on the crotch. I mean, I was absolutely out of control. I had a very small space backstage to store everything I needed for the show. So I decided to crowdfund an inflatable set. I figured that would solve my 2 problems. No money and no space. We raised $11,000 in 2 days to build the People's Arch. So I'm backstage one day before the show and I notice these little holes in the People's Arch. And honestly, that was the moment. That was it. That was the breaking point. My college buddies are getting their PhDs, becoming doctors, lawyers. I am living in a hotel room, debt up to my eyeballs, and I am watching rats eat my dreams. In that moment, my set looked like I felt deflated. I told myself, someday, this is gonna be a really funny story. Deep down, I felt certain it was only a matter of time. If I could just hold on. The signs were there. People loved the show. They were posting great reviews. We were winning awards. The numbers were picking up. And it took time, but we pulled through.
This is a little treat! Yes! Beautiful! Woo! You've been waiting for this moment your whole life, sir. It's like, pick me, Jeff! So we're doing a little side-by-side, a little teamwork action. Thumbs up from Dana. Okay, Dana, are you right or left-handed? Right-handed. Let's get you on the right then, I'll be on the left. Dana, you're the right hand. I'm the left hand, side by side. Together we're making like a super person between the two of us. I know, I'm excited too. It's gonna be great. Okay, left hand at your side, behind your back, or we can huggle. Yep, nope, let's go here. Just an option. Okay, Dana, you're gonna toss your ball over to me, just one throw. Jeff throws, Dana throws, Jeff throws. Now Jeff throws first. Jeff, Dana. Jeff, Dana. Good, now Jeff adds the third ball. Silence, please. Thank you. Don't make me look bad. Drop it. Okay, we don't mess up, guys. Sorry. Next one. Sorry. All right. Yes, there it is. Look at him go, folks. Together having fun, Dana. Yes. Yes, guys, give it up for Dana. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Obviously, they want us to kick it up a notch, folks, don't you? Let's do it! Not quite yet, Dana, but we are going to try to juggle the clubs, sir. Have you ever tried to juggle the clubs? Good, that line is funnier when you drop that. All right. Okay, Dana, 4 clubs right here, back and forth. 4 clubs, 4 hands. How hard could it be, right? Let's back it up. Back it up. Count of 3, Dana. Okay, right here. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Thanks for nailing that count of 3 on the first time, Dana. Not everybody does that. Dana, are you going on 3 or after 3? On 3, right? Because after 3 would be 4. That makes a lot more sense, doesn't it, Dana? One last thing I'm going to tell you. Dana, as you send your club to me, I'm going to send one to you at the same time. Did you get that? Okay. That was a test. Did you see Dana's cat-like reflexes? Nothing's getting by you, Dana. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, throw, Dana. There it is. Good start for Dana, guys. Give him a hand. Let's keep the energy up tonight. Boom. Keep the energy up today, Dana. What was that? That was very uncomfortable. No. We are never doing that again, sir. That does not feel right. Okay, let's just move on, Dana. 1, 2, 3, throw, Dana. Now you're gonna pass hand to hand, and I like how you intentionally make it look more difficult than it really is. Nice work, Dana. Here we go. Pass and throw, Dana. Pass and throw. A little faster. Good. Yeah, you just pass across hand to hand, Dana, and keep the throws over here. Yep, little faster. Good. Yeah. They like it, Dana. They're coming along. Go a little faster, Dana. Don't stop. A little bit of this, Dana. Don't stop, Dana. Who's your daddy, Dana? Who's your daddy? Here comes the hot sauce, Dana. Oh, God, he's like a ninja. Give it up for Dana, guys. Oh, before they notice. And go back. Nice. Okay, let's try it again. Let's go, Dana. It's your turn. Under the leg. Bang. Yes. Oh, guys, give it up. That is Dana. Just me. Okay, now you know. That's for you, lady. Dana, we're doing it one more time. Okay, this time, when you toss for the 4th club, you're not going to get one back. Okay, I'm going to start juggling 4 on my own, Dana, at the same time. This guy's good. 2, 3. A beautiful goal. Dana. Well done, Dana. Well done. That is your friend. And mine is Taylor. Well done, sir. Try that again. Don't make it weird. Whoa. Wait. Way too aggressive. Wait. Now the music's off. Now it's gonna be. I think you should go now. Good game. That was Dana, guys. Well done, Dana. Well done.
When you see Jeff's energy on stage, you wouldn't believe that that same level of energy is also off stage. And I remember sitting down with Jeff when he was starting Win-Win Entertainment, his philanthropic arm, and really seeing this incredible passion.
Win-Win Charity is my baby. We are a national nonprofit that brings professional entertainers to children's hospitals nationwide. All performers donate their time and talent. We like to say, we get paid in smiles. From the very beginning, I fell in love with performing for kids in need. And I'm a people person, so the same instinct to get others involved with the high school juggling club made me want to get other entertainers involved with this. I could only be in one place at one time, but it's Vegas. I was surrounded by talent. And now, with dozens of elite performers wanting to volunteer, we could scale. Even during COVID-19, while many nonprofits slowed down or were even forced to stop providing services entirely, Win-Win not only survived, but thrived. At a time when children were cut off from visitors and regular hospital programming, Win-Win came to the rescue by establishing virtual programs to provide kids not just with a smile and a laugh, but with engagement, with a feeling of connection to the outside world, with hope. We actually tripled our impact during that period. That was a really crucial time for us, for our growth as a nonprofit.
And it's really been incredible to see that organization grow. But I think a really credit to Jeff and his humility of really building an organization that falls outside of him as well.
I've always been motivated by making a direct, immediate impact. That's why I love entertaining, in and out of hospitals. I love seeing the smiles, getting the laughs, hearing the cheers. My work with Win-Win fills my life with perspective and gratitude. Let's face it, the entertainment industry can be pretty self-centered and self-serving. I feel like I've created a community of like-minded people who share my values and priorities. Not just the performers, but board members, volunteers, sponsors, hospital partners. I'm really excited to see how far we can take this. I know it's going to take additional time, energy, and resources, but I really do believe in the power of Win-Win.
This trick is so difficult, folks. I have a friend who juggles professionally on cruise ships. He says, Jeff, I don't even know why you attempt this trick in your Las Vegas show. He says it's so difficult, your audiences don't appreciate it. Yeah, I think this audience is better than that. Right, so we're going to go for it. Now, it's called a combination move. The object of a combination move is to get many different types of props going at once. For mine, I will be spinning a plate on a stick gripped between my teeth. Well, there's more. While spinning 2 rings on the left arm in opposite directions. There's more. While juggling 2 big bags in the right hand. While balancing on a piece of PVC pipe. As the earth is spinning. And a big old patch of marshmallow. Somehow became your fault. Well, it's the tightest jackets from Express. Not put these in the dryer. Not a joke. Yeah? Oh, wow. You guys turn fast, you know that? You're all like, yay! Kill the juggler! Kill him! Would you guys be impressed if I could pick this plate up off the ground? That wasn't funny even for me. We're going to try this. I don't know if it's going to work, but we're going to go for it. Not helpful. I just wanted to make that as awkward as possible. Not even clapping. Here we go. Juggler can handle objects of all different shapes, sizes, and weights. Object number one, gonna be a mini basketball. Mini basketball. Number two, you guys know number two? Still a plunger. Number two. Still not funny. Got it. Object number three. Where is object number three? Oh, here it is. Delicious red apple. Now, please keep in mind here, people, I'm dealing with three objects, each with their own peril. The inflation of the basketball, the rotation of the plunger, the temptation of the food. To make this trick a little more difficult, I'm going to place the plunger on the left foot and kick it up into the juggling pattern. Behold, a boy wonder. Oh, yes! Yes! Thank you very much. Yes, yes. Wait for it. Did not need to sniff it. Oh! This never happens. Check it out. Look. Didn't eat the sticker. Time out. You guys feel that? You hear that uncomfortable silence? Did you feel that? There was like an awkward pause that's becoming the hallmark of my show here today. It's back again. Clearly, some of you are looking for a little more. So not a basketball, a 9-pound bowling ball. Not a plunger. A meat cleaver. Not a red apple. A green apple. Come on. My favorite line of the show. Wait for it. Guys, that was 3 months of my life. Not a joke. Dear God, that was not a joke. Life choices. To make this trick a little more difficult, I'm going to place the meat cleaver on the left foot and kick it up into the juggling pattern. To make this trick even more difficult, I will now remove the Granny Smith sticker from the apple with my teeth. After starting it a little bit with my index. Come on, listen, sir. Buckle up, Gia. Oh, we got a clinger. Oh, come on, really? Oh yeah, laugh it up, Chia. You too, Mrs. Chia. This isn't over. We won this round. There it is. Dude, him and Justin will take like 3 marshmallows off the ground. You guys did not care at all, just so you know. Hang the paper off the apple, you're like, you guys are fine. Alright, couple kids in here. You guys try this at home, please build up to it. There it is. Oh! Let's hear it for me! Thank you very much! The apple! Under the leg! Oh! The meat cleaver under the leg! No! That's a horrible idea! You guys want to see the bowling ball? Yeah? Yeah, I might see that too. It's not going to happen. Hold on. I heard bowling ball under the leg and somebody up front said, eat the apple. So I'm going to combine the two and eat the bowling ball. That's the dumbest thing I've ever said. All right. Stop making stuff up. Let's do bowling ball under the leg. Let's give it a shot. Here we go. Count to 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. asked after shows is, Jeff, how on earth did you get started doing this? Because let's be honest, it's kind of an odd profession. Wouldn't you agree? Big time. Yeah. Thanks, kid. You made your point. Well, the truth is, I've been doing it since I was a very small human, and if you don't believe me, I've got the super cheesy photos to prove it. That right there is me at 14, believe it or not. It's not a mullet, that's a shadow. It was the style of the time. It was the 80s. The point is, cutting my birthday cake with the present I received for my 14th birthday, which, believe it or not, was juggling knives. If you see, folks, they are the exact same knives. I heard someone say, it's the same knife. That's right, the exact same knives I still juggle professionally in my Las Vegas show, folks, proving I haven't changed my act in like 20 years. Whoa! Thank you so much. Still got the icing. Okay. Stupid. It all got started for me. The true story, I got picked to be a volunteer by this guy right here. Now, I will always remember this guy growing up. He was a street performer. Our family met on a vacation from Philadelphia to Boston. He was busking in Harvard Square, Cambridge, and he picked me to be a volunteer in front of a large audience kind of like this. Now, it sounds cheesy to say this, but that moment on stage with that guy, it changed my life forever. Because at that moment, I started really getting into juggling as a kid. I got my first set of juggling balls and I started doing little shows in my kitchen for my parents and my grandmother, and I just never stopped. Those shows got a little bit bigger from the kitchen and arguably a little bit better. Started taking the show outside, performed at theme parks and comedy clubs and cruise ships and casinos. One thing led to another. Got my own show in Las Vegas about 20 years from that moment. So now here's where this story gets really cool in my opinion, because I started thinking about that guy. And I always remember he called himself on stage Peter Panic. He dressed in all green, always meant called himself Peter Panic. I thought to myself, how cool would it be to find that guy if he was still out there performing somewhere and tell him the story of what a profound impact he had on my life as a child. Wouldn't that be cool? Yeah, I thought so too. So I made it my mission, took it very seriously. I obviously knew whatever it took to find this guy. It took a lot less time to find him than I expected. It took like 4 seconds. I Googled him. I Googled Peter Panic, because that's what I remember as a kid, and peterpanic.com came right up. He's a performer, and he's still working today. Here's where the story gets really cool. I called him, and he picked up, right? And I reached out, and I told him the whole story of how much he affected me. I said, Peter, you probably don't realize this, because you've done so many shows, I'm not expecting you to realize that, but I feel like I've always known you, because we talk about, hey, how did Jeff get started juggling? And we said, well, this performer, Peter Panic, we mentioned you like we know you, but we don't, so I'm reaching out to say hello. And I told him how impactful he was, because he was really my first role model, kind of my first hero. I was doing shows, modeling myself after this guy, and I think he was really moved, because we connected, so much so that we decided to meet in person, not too long ago, just a few months. This is me with Peter in Boston a few months ago, actually in September. Yeah, I was in the area, and we met up for drinks, and we reconnected 20 years later. How cool is that? Right? Now here's where the story gets even cooler. I told him that I was wrapping up my Las Vegas residency after 10 years, and I said, would you come out for my last show? I said, I'd like to thank you in person in front of everybody. He said, absolutely. Now here's where it gets even cooler. I said, would you perform at my last show? Maybe we do a little something together. And they say, Jeff, it's your last show. I don't want to mess up your night. I said, no. This is awesome. This is a once. I've done so many shows. Let's make the last one super special. It would really mean a lot to me. So I convinced him, and ladies and gentlemen, he's here.
Wow. You didn't think I was real, did you? Thought it was just a made-up story. It's all true. It's all true. And I refuse to take any kind of credit. Let's have a big hand for Jeff's parents. Because I didn't do anything. I am a juggler. I'm a professional juggler. I ride unicycles and do shows, and I used the kid as a volunteer. But as I said to him, not all of those kids grew up to be Jeff Civillico. This is actually Jeff's unicycle. I didn't bring my own. It's hard to fit these in an overhead compartment. So, getting on a unicycle, just sort of, all you do is you just sort of hop right up, and then you're riding around. Like that. Not like any other type of vehicle. You got your forward gear, you got a reverse gear, sort of has a neutral. You know, I can even do donuts. Worrying about a thing, I have total control over this thing. I just like waving my arms around like this because I think it's funny. My role model was sort of Peter Pan. Peter Pan can fly. Check it out, I'm working on flying. In case you're wondering, yes, that does hurt. A little bit. But it makes me feel really impotent. So, juggling with 4 balls. He already did all this stuff, didn't he? Juggling. No, you gotta remember, I did it first. Can bounce him off the ground. See if I can do it. Thank you. Do you like it? Good, I'm glad, because the guy that lives downstairs from me hates this. If you're not that impressed, imagine how it looks like to a dog. Right? This is 5 to a human, this is 35 in dog balls. Oh, we thought maybe we'd pull someone up. Do you want to be in the show? You want to do it? Come on up. Come on out, Jeff. Let's do something together. So, passing. So we're going to do a little trick. We're going to involve you in the show. I'm going to get 3 of these.
Get on the center stage, right?
Be over here.
Watch the Pastor Marshmallow.
We're going to do a thing. We're going to juggle it. We're going to juggle around Autumn.
I'm going to throw in front of you.
And I'm going to be throwing behind you.
You're going to throw them all over the floor, okay?
Right.
That's the plan. We're going to try this, Peter?
We've actually never done this.
First time. What could possibly go wrong? Right? Okay, we get
As a
it?
matter of fact, Jeff has a charity called Win-Win. We did perform together at the hospital today.
This morning, that's right.
Right. So don't worry. We remember how to get there. Yeah. So.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
You did it. Here we go. Ready?
Right.
Up, down, fast start, every other. There we go. Yeah. All right. We're going to go to shower at 8, 9, 10. Everybody's. Here we go. Yeah.
Peter Panic isn't my real name. My real name is Jason Bourne. That got a laugh. There you go. My name even comes from the Peter Pan story. Peter Pan is obviously the boy that didn't grow up. Part of growing up means giving up on your foolish childhood dreams that won't come true, and I felt like I got to be Peter Pan. I got to avoid growing up, and so far I actually have been able to do this thing that is supposed to be impossible.
Having Peter there for my final show on the Strip just made it so special. It was really nice to spend some time together. We even got to do a Win-Win hospital visit. He was hilarious. He was cracking me up.
Wearing green. I would like to perform a puppet reenactment of Peter Pan fighting with a grizzly bear. What, I make you laugh like I'm a clown?
And it turns out performing for sick kids really isn't a whole lot different than performing for just healthy kids. Kids are kids.
I can spin the ball and give it to you, and then you'd be spinning it. Do you want to try it?
It's not his last show. It's his last show of this run in this theater, but he's still going to be performing. I think it means a lot to him that he accomplished his goal in Vegas. He takes pride that he did it, that he succeeded in that. It's a very tough business. He just wants to explore other opportunities, and for all I know, he's going to do bigger and better things.
It's a significant milestone that Jeff's show lasted 10 years, and to think through it, it's really because of the level of consistency that every night he gave it his all in his performance, but also the work that he put into refreshing the content And it really was one of those shows that people would come and make it part of their visit. So as some shows come and go, you know, Jeff's continued on with great success.
At a certain point, I realized the only real reason I was still doing the show was ego. And that is never a good reason to keep doing anything. Now, I had already begun focusing on growing Win-Win nationally. I was hosting, I was keynoting, but I gotta be honest, I really liked being able to say, I have my own show on the Las Vegas Strip. To have billboards, to see my videos on the marquees, to have a parking spot at the theater, to have a comp number I can use at restaurants. I could feel all of these ego-inflating validations tempting me to stay put and just keep on juggling. But I knew in my heart that long-term, that was not going to fulfill me. I had aspirations beyond those four walls. And I knew it would never feel safe, but I'd have to do it anyway.
Jeff's an amazing performer and an individual. Everything from his headline show for 10 years to also all the charity work that he does. We're really proud of having him at Caesars Entertainment. He's become a really great friend.
And it's funny, in 5th grade, his teacher said to us at parent-teacher conferences, Jeff is a divergent thinker. In 5th grade, I'm thinking.
Everybody goes this way.
Yeah.
He goes that way.
Yeah.
I wanted to tell this story to call attention to the power we all have to influence and be influenced. Because if you think about it, we live in a sea of interconnected ripples of influence that go well beyond our understanding or awareness. We have such a powerful stage. We all have a voice, an audience, a platform. You have your own show, and you don't even have to sell tickets.